Hey everyone, Richard here, and it's time for another comic haul, so let's get into this. Alright, so I was saying, comic haul. In my last haul, I kind of mentioned that I've been collecting comics for several months now, just not sharing them. And I decided to basically just pull out some of the highlights and show those off, because a lot of what I've been buying are basically flea market lots or thrift store lots where I would go in and they'd have a box of comics, not even like a comic box, just a box of comics, and I'd offer money for the whole box rather than picking through it and take what I want and then selling what I don't want in my antique booth, because I now have an antique booth here locally, basically like dollar books and stuff. So that's basically what I've been doing, and I figured I'd pull out some of the highlights of the stuff I decided to keep for myself, and yeah, why not show them? So first one, this is actually now my second copy that I have gotten of this Daredevil number 18, First Gladiator. It's not in too bad a shape. It was actually manufactured with just a top staple. So kind of cool. I have two of these now. I'll probably end up getting rid of one of them. But still, not too bad. It was in a lot worse shape when I initially found it, because it wasn't bagged and boarded for one thing. But also because it wasn't manufactured with a bottom staple, the pages were all kind of pulled out. So I realigned it, and it looks a lot better than it did. So yeah, Daredevil 18. These next few books all came from the same lot. I just grabbed a few of them out of it that I thought were cool. First up, we got this Peter Parker Detective Spider-Man number 90. I believe this is the first black suit in this title. It's not very high grade, but I mean, it's a newsstand and it's a minor key. So why not? Black Cat's on the cover. Black Cat's one of those characters where, for whatever reason, whenever I see her books, I end up picking them up. So yeah, there's that. I believe that's also a multiple for me, but not a bad book. Picked up this one too, Young Romance number 186. I do collect romance books. Basically, if the cover jumps out to me, and I have a combination of liking the art and then liking how they did the trade dress on this with the banners. Yeah, got that one. John Carter, Warlord of Mars number 11. In the original Marvel run, I believe this is the origin of Deja Torres, but just a really nice cover. Kind of an underrated cover. Might try to track down a better condition copy of this at some point. Yeah, that's good looking book. And then the last one from that particular lot, Western Gunfighters number 7. Mainly just because this is a pretty decent condition book. Being a thicker book, you don't find them in this nice shape very often. Got the old Ghost Rider on there. But yeah, just a very high grade book from, I believe, 1971, judging by the price point in the banner. So yeah, that one's probably staying with me. Alright. These next two came from a whole bunch of Fantastic Four books I had picked up. I actually sold all the other Fantastic Four books that I got from that lot, so technically, like, I'm in the profit on that lot already, and these are my keepers from that. This first one, Fantastic Four 111. Nothing super significant about it. I actually liked it just because I really liked the day stamp placement right here. It spoke to me, and the colors really pop on this particular cover. So figured I'd hold on to it. Whether or not it stays long term, I don't know, but for now I do like it, so kept it. And the other book in that lot that I kept, Fantastic Four 112, we got the iconic thing and whole cover. Presents a lot nicer than it really is. There is a small, less than an inch piece of tape on the inside cover right here. I think it's actually holding the cover on that. I think it might be detached at the staple, but I didn't want to mess with it so much as to find out, really. But still, presents really, really nice for the grade, and it has another date stamp on it right here. And I like date stamps, so pretty cool. Like I said, I have literally nothing into this now because I sold off the other books that came in that lot. So collection paying for itself in that regard. This one I actually found in a dollar bin, and I just liked the cover. Fear Itself, the Fearless number 1 Frank Cho variant cover. I'm not even sure if it's a ratio or not. I just know it's a Frank Cho variant. I didn't look it up, but it was in a dollar bin, and it's a cool cool cover, so got that one. Another book that was just in a lot of stuff I bought, and I didn't realize it at the time, but this is Vampirella 1972 Annual. This right here was supposed to be the original cover for Vampirella #1. It eventually was switched to the one that we all know today, but kind of cool to see that this was the original intended cover. There is a little bit of story about it, I believe, in here. But yeah, cool. Low grade, but it's just some vampy goodness. I picked this one up for 15 bucks, and it's low grade, but it's one of those books that it's still good regardless. Star Wars #42, First Boba Fett. Yeah, and it's definitely seen better days, but for 15 bucks, like, you don't really lose. And I've already flipped through it. It's all there, and it's fun to flip through. Nice iconic cover right there. Believe it or not, I did not have one of these in my collection, so why not? Maybe I'll upgrade at some point, but for now, it fills that spot. I picked up all 3 of these at a local flea market. They just had a bin of comics, and these were $3 each. It looks like some people had already cherry-picked some of the stuff out of it, just based on what was there and what wasn't there. X-Men #97. This is a first appearance. I don't remember offhand who. I'm honestly not a huge X-Men fan, but I still appreciate the stuff, especially like the Bronze Age era of X-Men. Definitely a fan of that. Pretty cool. Yeah, I don't remember who the key person is in this particular book, but I know enough to recognize it. Like I said, not a big X-Men fan, but it's still pretty cool. And then these two, not a big X-Men fan, like I said, but I do really like this particular storyline. We got the Uncanny X-Men #135, Dark Phoenix right there, and then 136, The Death. So yeah, just iconic covers, and at $3 each, there's no loss there. This book was also an antique mall find. Not one I would normally pick up, but Dear Beatrix Fairfax #8. It is a romance cover, but the main reason I picked it up is it's an Alex Stromberg cover, and I think it was like $5. It was super cheap, and I figured, why not? I'm not really losing there. So whether or not I keep that one long term, I haven't decided yet, but still, nice piece of art. This next book is a book I've been looking for a very long time. It does not come up for sale very often, and even though this one is extremely low grade, I still decided to pick it up just because it's one of those books where you kind of buy it when you see it. It's Glamorous Romances #60. Just a beautiful, beautiful painted cover. Matt Baker interiors. But like I said, I've been looking for this for multiple years now. I've never seen a copy come up for sale, and this one came up for sale very, very cheap. The cover is unfortunately entirely detached and split sort of in the middle section, so it's barely holding on. But I'm just glad to actually have a copy. Very rare book to come across, and just a gorgeous painted cover. So yeah, glad to finally have that in my collection. If I ever see another one, I will definitely pick up a better copy, but for now, at least I have it. So there's that. And then one last book. I picked this up, it was months ago now. Was at the local swap meet, and they only wanted $60 for it, which I think was a good deal. It is a very low grade book. It has tape on the back cover, an extra staple added, but it is an Avengers #3. I mean, it's an Avengers 3. You can't really complain about a book like this, but it is low grade. Like, the spine is pretty wrecked. But again, $60. I think it was a good deal. You can let me know if you think it was a good deal or not. But yeah, there's that. That is the lowest number Avengers book in my collection now. And yeah, so that's everything. That is this haul. I might show more stuff here in the future. I haven't decided yet. A lot of what I have left is kind of just bulk stuff that came with collections. Like I said, that go into like my antique mall booth. But I'm still picking up stuff, so more hauls to come. I still have a toy haul for a little collection I picked up I want to do. So that's going to be coming, I don't know, next week or two. But yeah, that's everything. Hopefully you're all well, and take care.